What colors did they choose here? Oh, nothing fancy. Okay, we'll do this. Ladies and gents, ooh, what is that wood line? That's interesting. Welcome to another best of 5. Now, if you didn't catch it on my most recent YouTube upload, this is my plan for uploading all of these to YouTube, because I know there's a lot of you out there who might not be able to load on Twitch. Some of you guys might have plans this weekend. I don't know exactly what you're doing with your lives, where you're at, what you can load, or where you prefer to watch. But what I decided on, and this is a Mayans War, is uploading the best sets publicly to YouTube, and every single set from the qualifier will be in the Hidden Cup 3 playlist. So let's just say, for example, this is the best of 5 of all time. Obviously, that whole best of 5 will be uploaded to YouTube publicly. You get the notification, you watch. Now, let's say the next set, and if anything, this might be backwards because Project Belgium and frickin' Rubenstock are playing next. If that set is the worst best of 5 of all time, then I'll upload it, I'll put it in the playlist, but you're not going to get the normal announcement that I've uploaded the video. Make sense? So Vodka's here in the blue. He's playing as the Mayans. Fire has also gone for Mayans. I actually need to double check, because I'm a big old noob, what the Civ bans were and what the maps. Fire has Cup and Islands, and Vodka has Gold Rush and Hideout. Wow. And the global ban was Persians for Fire, and the global ban was Aztecs for Vodka. So we will not see Persians, we will not see Aztecs throughout this whole best of 5. The maps seem pretty wallable. Oftentimes in a Mayans War, it's just about who can wall a bit more and secure more resources. Fire, I don't think he'll have any huge complaints, because it seems like a pretty easy wall off for him, but the stones could be an area of worry. But I'm not even sure if plumed archers are the thing to go for in a Mayans War on Arabia nowadays. You could possibly justify going crossbow. I know if Hare was here, he'd be like, they're trash, bro, they're trash. But seriously, I don't think Mayans have had the best win rate so far in the Hidden Cup 3 qualifiers. And in a Mayans War, if you go plumes, you have to look at it a bit differently, right? Because your opponent has the same potential firepower. Maybe plumes are the best in the Mayans War and not good against another Civ, but we'll see. We'll see, okay? For now, though, I'm going to go down this list. FVT, I saw you drop the gifted subs. Thank you. Fizerop donated 25 bucks. He's a huge Fire fan. Thank you. I'm holding back from making the joke that these qualifiers have been Fire. I'm holding back. I'm not going to make that joke. Walls don't bang. Thank you for the 10 months. We will see walls in this game, for sure. If Vodka was Tim, this would already be fully stonewalled. There'd be Stonewall here, Stonewall here, Stonewall here. Tim is like the fat slob of the competitive scene. He can somehow find a way to make Stonewalls in Dark Age, I believe. Mitch, thank you for 2 months. He says 2 years here. Great job, T90. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Ritas. T90 official, was Fire wearing a shirt while playing these games? I don't think Fire ever wears a shirt. I'd be very disappointed to find out that he wears a shirt. When he streams, he's always shirtless, so I imagine that he's using the shirtless power. I don't think that you can block the Vil here with the new patch, or it's at least very difficult. See this? So, Fire wanted to lame. I don't know how much experience he's had on the new patch, but a big reason we're not allowing Boar Steals... Oh, and Vodka will lose his Eagle, possibly? Ouch. A big reason we're not allowing Boar Steals in just the qualifier is because I'm not sure about how the new patch has affected boar behavior and how fair that's going to be just yet. You can still block villagers, but Fire took some hits on his Eagle. Very unnecessary, but then again, Vodka is 1 hit away from dying, so... I believe Fire will go for a Drush, guys. I believe we'll see a fast castle. I don't know if we will see plumes, though, because he does not have safe stones. You see Vodka. Vodka's going to wall the left. He will have this stone. He has a lot more walling to do than Fire. Yeah, I think we're just going to see a pretty passive Dark Age, which is kind of common in the Mayans War. Fire will win because Vodka is flammable. Okay. Are there any Italians out there? I'm really curious if Vodka is particularly popular in Italy. Vodka is Italian. I mean, I know Russians are known for their vodka. But I don't know... Italian here? Alright, I believe you. Is it popular? Nikov says your jokes are just getting worse and worse every time. Nikov, it's not a joke, it's a question. How many people think that that was disrespectful from Nikov and we should give Ink an admin win against him in round 1? I think Ink deserves it. I think that Ink deserves the admin win after that comment. Alright, I'll have to talk to Robo about this afterwards. This is... You crossed a line, man. You crossed a line. The sad thing is, it only hurts my feelings because it's close to the truth. The jokes that offend you are the jokes that hit close to home. So I'm kidding, Nikov. Well, Fire got through the walls. All right, Vodka wanted to wall this up, but now suddenly this is not looking too good. These walls are awkward. The main gold's not even secured. He had to build some makeshift walls to keep the berries safe. Alright, thank you to the people who are reminding us that vodka is not completely flammable because it's at 40%. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind next time I want to light alcohol on fire. Good micro from Vodka, I have to say. Fire will have no complaints about this, though. Seriously, is he going to be disappointed? No, because he's fully walled, and he did disrupt Vodka a little bit, so he'll be fine with this. Actually, he'll be more than fine with this. He might even win the fight. If he can keep this eagle alive to scout, run. Yeah, Fire's gonna love this position. So, Vodka's already on the way up, and then behind this, it's all about eco balance, guys. For Fire, his villagers were not idled at all. He didn't have to spend as much time walling and re-walling. I think that he's definitely going to have the food and the gold to click Castle Age afterwards. And it looks like it's going to be Fast Castle Crossbow. So, if you're familiar with the map pool for Hidden Cup, what maps have we not seen yet, chat? We saw Cross for the first time in the qualifier today. Nilly vs. Kasva. We have not seen El Dorado, correct? We have not seen Gold Rush. I swear to God, the DE version of Gold Rush and the ranked queue has ruined one of my favorite maps because now everyone hates it. The Hidden Cup 3 version of Gold Rush is solid, but because of the version they put into the ranked queue, everyone's like, no, we hate it. The DE Gold Rush, honestly, I hated it. I hate the DE Gold Rush as well. I don't blame people, but... What's wrong with the DE version? It can be very imbalanced at times. I don't want to bash the DE version. I just was curious what maps. Yeah, so El Dorado hasn't shown up, and High Tide. Are there any others? Robo has the stats on this. High Tide is the one new map. Gold Rush, El Dorado. Okay, 3. Yeah, 3. 3 out of the 11. We've obviously seen Arabia. We've seen all the others, I believe. So, Fire up a little bit faster, and he's going for 2 ranges. So, Vodka's doing the same. I feel like Fire is good because he's a very safe player. I know Nikov's out there. Nikov, would you agree? Like, Dave and I talked about this. If Fire can wall and play safe, he tends to be very solid. But what hurts Fire is when it's not a map that's closed off, when he's not able to full wall, he can struggle with adapting in those types of situations. Fire and Lan reminds me of each other. I guess Lan reminds me of Fire. Fire's been around longer at the high scene, but we saw yesterday Lan play, and it was the same. Like, if Lan's able to get some walls up, he's very, very solid. But in Hidden Cup, there are maps you can wall for sure, but there's also a lot of hybrid maps that are not so easy to wall. Slopes is the big one from the new maps that's very open. I think that what's cool about it is players can have some preference. I really like how Fire's playing this so far, though. He's just slightly faster than Vodka with everything. But this will come down to who gets ballistics faster, who goes for the TCs. Just the small things in a mirror matchup. T90, why are the initial positions so close to each other? They're not really that close to each other, but you're right. It's definitely a bit uncommon. It's just how the map, it's just how Hidden Cup 3 Arabia is set up sometimes. It promotes a little bit more scouting. Sometimes you'll be close, sometimes you'll be far away, so you can't just count on them being a certain distance. Oh man, Vodka, do you really want to town center here, of all places? There go his archers. He wants to secure the stone, but the crossbows from Fire are here now. If Fire wants, he can take villager picks here. That is a huge surprise that Vodka wanted to town center there. But you know what? I think he's fine. He won't lose a villager if he micros properly, and now he has more crossbows coming in from behind this. Let's see what your micro's like, Fire. They're both getting Bodkin. Vodka gets Bodkin a bit faster. No ballistics for either player. And no kills for either player yet in this engagement. And Fire's sending in more, though. It is kind of awkward for Vodka to reinforce, because his archer ranges are here. He almost needs to delete the palisades to send units out. And alright, Vodka ends up being okay. He and Fire will be on 2 town centers. I see Fire is building the university for ballistics. What's the greatest nation on the planet? Oh, that's not going to be a controversial question for me to answer at all. Do you really think that'd be wise for me to answer right now? T90, why doesn't anyone do rushes in pro games, like TC drop or tower rush? Well, they do. If you want to see town center drops, just stick around, man. How many people were pumped to see Rubenstock in Project Belgium? I am so pumped for that, man. I woke up this morning, that was the first thing I thought of. Rubenstock in Project Belgium. Normally, I don't think about them when I'm in bed, just to clarify, okay? But I just happened to wake up and I was very excited to cast. So, don't get the wrong idea. Alright, so Fire did lose a villager there. He's house walling, just to play safe. Just to play safe. I would say, with the maps that they got and how safe they played, this is going to come down to very small things, and it has been very close so far. 56 versus 57 population, 41 villagers for both, 3rd TC for Vodka now. Fire, okay, the difference here is that Fire has not added the 3rd town center, and he has ballistics incoming, if not already in. So you'll have less economy, but you can take the map with the crossbows. I feel like going for the ballistics is probably the better play. Will this go into Eagles later on? Yeah, ballistics is in already. This could be dangerous. Is it going to be plumed archers? Is it going to be Eagles? Is it going to be arbalest? These are the questions we'll have answered in this game. Oh, Vodka snuck around this way. Fire has not reacted at all, despite the crossbows hitting his wall. And fortunately, no ballistics for Vodka, so Fire's fine. And he's building a town center on this stone now. Yeah, really close stuff. So, I'm going to tell you what I expect to happen. I expect this to go from crossbows into plumes. And the reason for that, as Fire has a lot of crossbows, and more crossbows than Vodka can deal with right now. The reason for that is just because of momentum. They already, like, for Fire, he already has ballistics, 2 Vil kills right there, 3 Vil kills, and so it just makes sense to take advantage of those upgrades again with the plumed archers. Whereas Eagles, you need to add 3 or 4 barracks, you need to switch up how your economy's rolling. So for me, I do expect this to continually be archers, but man, the lack of ballistics for Vodka, it really has cost him a little bit. He did add a siege workshop, but Fire just runs away now after taking those villager kills, and I think he'll be able to clean this up as well, right? Because Vodka, he doesn't have ballistics. Ballistics is a very important upgrade. Now, when I look at the farms for Vodka, it seems like his food eco is slightly better than Fire's. But I also just realized he just researched horse collar. So, Vodka found out it was Dave's birthday, and he wanted to celebrate. Pay some respects to Dave. Or not pay some respects. It's not like he's dead. Not his death day. But you know what I mean. I can't believe it. 2020. Oh, Dave is here. He says, I feel dead. Dave is here. Dave, everyone wished you happy birthday like 20 minutes ago. Chat, do it again. He's here. I don't think he's too happy about hitting the big 3-0. Or maybe he was hungover. One or the other. Or both. But happy birthday, Dave. Feels birthday, man. I'm not gonna repeat the super kind things I said, because it's just awkward, because he's here. Alright, so he'll have to go back in the VOD and find that. 59 villagers for Fire, 50 for Vodka. Fire has slightly more military, he has slightly more kills. Everything's slightly better for Fire. He's even taking the deer here. I like it when players take that in Castle Age. I think it's worth it. Fire's Hells temporarily. I think he really wants to build a castle on this hill or this hill at some point in this game. Ooh, oh my goodness, Vodka. Oh, this could be so huge. Will Fire see this? He does react immediately. Well played. Do you see what I mean, though? Like, they're both playing so safe, so clean, so secure. It could come down to this hill. It could come down to the fact that Vodka, he can take his stone a little bit more freely, right? Because Fire's been harassing. Actually, Fire's taking the stone more freely, but point is that hill is going to be a nightmare if it's not dealt with. And Fire, he needs his Mangonel to do something for him here, or he needs to get more crossbows. Maybe, yeah, over to this side and think about taking a fight. 20 crossbows against 26 here. University's in, Ballistics is in for Vodka. And Fire lost crossbows over here. And Fire will lose a villager. He will lose 2. This is definitely winnable for Vodka. I would still say he's slightly behind, but for someone who's coming in as the 29th seed... Oh god. Oh god, he almost pulled a Richard and killed his own crossbows. Now he's going into Fire's base. Is this good or bad? Because on one hand... if you lose everything, it's really bad. But if you kill a lot, it's quite good. But I think he realizes it's too risky and Fire would wall him in. Oh, nice shot. Wow, how did that not... Oh, Vodka, let's go! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, okay, Fire can still get one more volley off. The side volley, but the split from Vodka, that was pretty. That was pretty. And also, half of Fire's units are not in this engagement right now. And I don't think Vodka will be having many complaints about that. This hill, though. Fire will have the hill. That is going to hurt. Also, the fact that Fire will probably imp faster. Because his eco seems to be better. He has 700 food. Now, both of those stones are secured. Again, I think we're going to see plumes. This is such an awkward position for Vodka to deal with now. He pretty much needs to go to the Imperial Age for Rams or Trebs. I don't think Fire will be too upset with that. And he also could clear up these crossbows as well. Oh, and he should clear up the crossbows. No, Vodka! Oh, this is so bad for him. Fire will just gain that military lead again. Fire already has the castle. Fire was looking to pester the stone again and finds this mango with 2 crossbows. 2 crossbows, and he could take this down. The awareness to be able to do that when you're doing everything else, when you're on your way to the Imperial Age, that is quality stuff from Fire. Now split. Nice, and he's out of here. Vodka still hasn't clicked, guys. He still has not clicked up, and he also does not have a castle yet. Okay, he's castling all the way back here. T90, why doesn't a Mayan Ward devolve into throwing cheap skirms at each other? Well, as Vodka loses all of his crossbows. This is how pro players play it. In every single moment, they're thinking about what they're open against, what they're vulnerable against. So, no pro player is going to just start going full skirms in a Mayan's War unless they're behind, because it's so easy then for the Mayan player to be on the other side to say, okay, I'll add Eagle. So you're kind of thinking 2 steps ahead. And I think it's important now for Fire to just go Plume. Vodka might have to fall into Eagle, and it's a lot more likely than Vodka might have to fall into going Elite Skirm. And then Fire is in a position to make a transition into Eagle. Does that make sense? Skirms are also incredibly slow. There's other reasons. Can slow it on your Imperial Age time because of what it costs. But man, Fire, it looks like he has full control in game 1. He's denying a gold and denying a stone temporarily. He's building a castle here. He's still running around and being annoying with these crossbows, and Vodka has 6 military at the moment. Fire's just done a great job with the small things. Here he's getting more kills, and but Vodka just can't push out. Where does Vodka go? Oh no, and you can't castle there. I don't think you can castle there, man. He just GG's out. And I really do think it was over there. Fire just did all the right things in this game. He took the right engagements. I think that getting the faster ballistics was good for Fire and securing this hill. A Vodka, you could argue, could have stayed on this hill. Do you remember when he was on it? He just passed it. And what did he gain from that? A villager kill or two, and then his whole army died. What if he stayed on the hill with the crossbows and mangonels? Could maybe consider sending another villager and building another siege workshop. I think if you pressure the stones and at least force Fire's first castle to be up here instead of in the center, changes things there. But we're just talking 1 or 2 moments. Fire will punish you if you don't do the right things, and Fire wins. Fire is incredible with Mayans. He's incredible with Mayans. He's incredible on Arabia. Next, Vodka has 2 home maps. He has a Gold Rush and Hideout. And we'll be seeing one of those home maps for the next game. Keep in mind, we will not see Mayans anymore. Fire globally banned Aztecs, so we won't see that. And Vodka globally banned Persians, which is fascinating. So we will not see Persians in this best of 5 either. But did that make sense? I think it was Deadly Cookie who asked me about the skirms. Did that make sense? It's like, why don't you go straight pikemen in a game when someone has a good knight civ? Because pikemen are slow, and because it's so easy for the opponent to just add something to counter your entire army. Map name plus score update. Oh, thank you, Rain. Okay, so we have Fire 1-0, and the map is going to be... Sorry, I need to load everything up here. These games were played yesterday. I have the games here. It will be on Hideouts. All right. So we could see Khmer, we could see Celts, we could see Spanish, we could see Britons, we could see... Well, we can't see Mayans or Aztecs. What other civs are good for Hideout? You could see a lot, actually. You could see a lot. There's a lot of space between the players. Any good eco-civ Slavs? Game number 2 on Hideout, guys. Let's go. Wait. I got this. Boom. If you could see how basic everything is set up behind the scenes right now for me, you would be shocked. All right, ladies and gents, welcome to game number 2 between Fire and Vodka. Fire, our 4th seed, played very well in game 1. And Vodka, I think he played well, but he'll be very happy that the players are further apart this time. This map is Hideout, and Hideout is kind of like Arena, in the sense that you start with walls, except it's palisade walls, and there's a lot of space in between the players because they share a wood line. Now, in the first game, it was Mayans, it was Fast Castle. Wait, I didn't update civs. Oh, damn it, I'm sorry, I didn't update the civs. It doesn't really matter, because we're going to see the same strategy. We're going to see Fast Castle, crossbows this time, with Britons. I guarantee it. This is going to be like the most bland best of 5 ever. Like at this rate anyways. There we go. It says Britons on the scoreboard. We're good. Like, can you really deviate from that in a Britons war? They both chose Britons. They both feel like Britons is the best for Hideout. Does anyone remember seeing Britons at all in Hidden Cup 2 on Hideout? I remember seeing Celts. I remember seeing Spanish. I remember seeing Indians once, actually. What else was there? What civ is good versus Britons? There's a lot of civs that can be decent versus Britons, but I think Britons right now seems to be very much in. People enjoy Britons again, taking advantage of the range. Ranged units seem to be a bit stronger than they were in the past. Any civ with siege ram, yeah, that would be good against Britons. All right. No huge things that stand out on the map for me. Actually, this is interesting. So there's 2 neutral golds. The other 3 tiles, they seem to be closer to fire. But then Vodka seems to have the better relic distribution. So you could say it's 4-to-1 with relics, but then fire has this 3-tile gold close to him and this 3-tile gold. So some imbalances there that even themselves out, if that makes sense. The golds are forward for both players, so if crossbows do come in, that will be dangerous. Vodka tried to run in there. Fire was using the sheep to open the gate, and now he has to send his scout back. T90, if one goes man-at-arm Trush while the other goes fast castle, the aggression could win. That's true, Cape Man. I just feel like if you pick Britons, you're definitely picking Britons to go for archers. And since there's such a long distance between them, it would take a solid 2 minutes to get over there. So if you go for Celts, I really feel like Celts can be a good pick in this situation against Britons because of the faster infantry, and they're really good behind some type of a tower rush. But guys, both the scouts are engaging. They have the same HP here. This is huge for scouting, especially for fire. And he gets the kill. I say it's huge for fire because he has not found Vodka yet. And now, Vodka, he's going to assume, like me, that fire's going for a certain strategy, but he won't know. Those things are always so frustrating because it looks like you have the same amount of HP. It always feels like it's luck of the draw. Some people feel like the host always wins, right? Though I think Vodka is the host here because he's player 1. It's hard to say. I know that the player priority thing is kind of adjusted with the recent patch, but we haven't seen it enough to know really where it's at in the scene. T90 official, what about fast Imperial, Werewolf Trebs, and cut through the middle with longbows to back it up? Well, you definitely can't go fast Imperial because you'd be too light economically. But if this, guys, how long do you think this game is gonna go? It's a Britain's war. This game is going to go on forever. Listen, they're far apart. It's Britons. This, if it's close in mid-castle age, is going to go on for like an hour and 30 minutes. And this is why I say that. Britons are so good at stalling out games. They're almost impossible to push. I'm sure all of you guys know because you all thought, or maybe still think, that longbows are the best unit in the game. So hard to push that range. But if you both have it, it would actually be hilarious to me if there's longbows on either side of the wood line firing. But how do you finish off games? I think we will see Werewolf Trebs. I think we will see longbows. Yay. This is all assuming that Vodka's build order is as good as Fire's, because Fire is extremely good with FC crossbow, as we saw in the first game. Wow, he must think that Vodka might be going forward. This is... You see how it looked like it was panic wall there? 2 villagers walled in Darkgate? What? Honestly, and Fire's gonna hate me for saying this. Fire, don't worry. I've been subbed to your stream for a year and a half. I've earned it. This looks like a low Ela legend move right here. To build 7 houses in Dark Age with 2 villagers? That has low Elo legend written all over it. Like, why not just use 1? Mandatum? I think he just isn't sure what Vodka's up to. So he, like Cape Man said, he might be expecting some type of aggression. It's just jokes, guys. Fire would destroy me, okay? It's just jokes. But I don't... If he needs to cross through here as well, I mean, then he needs to delete a house. It's been weird for me. And Fire is on the way to the feudal age now. We'll see what his resources look like. Vodka also on the way to feudal age. So Vodka went up with 1 more vill. Can we see Fire's vision? Sure, that's a good point. I really wish I had the hotkey for that. Well, he doesn't want to be very close to the walls, because if there is a unit for Vodka, he'll lose that scout. So he hasn't scouted it too much. So he can see the golds, and then he's scouting out here. Might see a relic or 2. This is the perfect game for a Q&A. So we should see a barracks for both players. I'm assuming Fire will build his barracks shortly? Or is he just booming? Wait a second. I think Fire has something else planned. Maybe the house wall is because he's not planning on going aggressive.
Mandatum?
Because without a barracks, he'll go blacksmith market to boom. Market?
Yay.
Blacksmith? Oh. Okay, so this will be a bit different. Fire just wants to boom. Huh. And then Vodka will go for what I expected from Fire, archer range blacksmith. Alright, so Fire might gain a slight eco lead, but it's possible that Vodka could take some map control. Maybe not so possible now because of the house wall. And Vodka also doesn't know that that's house walled up. You know what? This makes a little bit more sense. This makes a little bit more sense. I don't think that Fire would ever do that if Vodka wouldn't have lost his scout. Yeah. And then maybe he'll house wall to the edge of the map here as well. And those crossbows might be kind of useless. Fire walled out his only relic. Yeah, he did. He definitely did. I mean, again, he has 800 times 6 more gold. What is that? 48. Math is hard, all right? And I feel pressure when I do math in public. 4,800, right?
Ready.
So that's 4,800 extra gold. Obviously, if the game does go on for 2 hours, then the relics will be better for Vodka. He's also going to take some map control, but... Whoa, he's going 2 range. Okay. So I think this might work out really well for Fire, because Vodka is not only committing to some archers, he's committing to 2 range archers. And yes, Britons have cheaper town centers, so it's not unheard of that he will have some eco behind this, but Fire's going straight boom. Fire, this is 4 TC boom territory for him. Though he'll start off with just 3. But probably a town center here, maybe a town center in front of the gold, and he'll try and gain a villager lead and then turn that into military later on. Oh! If you town center the stone,
Yay.
then maybe you can go longbow instead of crossbow? That could be cool. I think this is good for Fire.
Yay.
I think this is a bit of confidence from Fire, right? Your 4th seed. You probably have the guts to not make military. Expect your opponent might overinvest. I don't think what Fire is doing is something that... Yeah, there's a siege workshop. I don't think that this is something that a player who is in Vodka's seed or position would do. Maybe, though. You never know. TC on both sides, the vulnerable sides of the stones and the golds for Fire, and now a siege workshop just for some defense. Honestly, I'd just go 2 to 3 scorpions instead of a mangonel, and he's good. So like I said, Vodka's later to the 2nd town center. He doesn't have the 3rd up yet, so let's hope this works out for him. Fire sees the crossbows, so he knows they are coming. Looks like Fire is in full control. How big of a difference has this scout made in this game? I swear that the loss of Vodka's scout changed this game from being fast castle crossbow and boom into 2 completely different styles. It's made a big, big difference. Can you download these maps somewhere? At chat and at T90official. Yes, you can do it. Just search on the mod center. Hidden Cup 3 maps are available there. Keep in mind, the maps are only formulated for 1v1s. So if you have issues in team games, it's because we haven't made them for team games. No, Vodka doesn't know about the walls. Vodka doesn't know about the walls. He's about to find out. And surprise! Houses. Fire's like, low elo legends, my ass T90. This was all part of the plan. Now still, he could have done it with 1 vill, but he wasn't sure. And now Vodka's thinking, oh, where's the palisade wall? Where's the palisade wall? There's no palisade wall. It's houses. People live here? What? The last time Vodka was in Fire's base, people didn't live here. This was free real estate. 43 villagers for Fire, and he's on stone. He might lose a villager to a wolf. He doesn't even have loom, dude. This is confidence. No loom. No problem. But still, I have to say Vodka has done an okay job considering he went 2 range investment into crossbows. I thought just one archer range would be the play. He's only 5 villagers behind. And he has crossbows patrolling around. Man, if he can take that scout. Look at this scout. What are we going to name him? I feel like he needs a name because he's done so much. He's done more than any other unit in the game. Fred? Really? That's the first name that came to mind is Fred? Fred for fire. All right, I can do Fred. I feel like I hope there's no one named Fred out there watching, but I feel like the name Fred is a good name for a guy who goes underappreciated. Like, there's very few Freds that are applauded. Like, yeah, this guy named Fred does amazing things. I think of like Freddie Mercury, Freddie Mercury, if that counts. But beyond that, I feel like Fred is a good name for someone who goes underappreciated in life. Sorry, Fred, if you're listening. Don't unsubscribe, but that's what I think, anyways. But we're making jokes. Oh, Freddie. Okay, there's other Freds out there. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm a nerd who talks about a 20-year-old video game. I don't know people. Okay. I'm not sure what you expect. But the scout is actually really important because we talked about the relics. And Fire needs to use Fred to deny, to snipe those monks and stop Vodka from getting the relics. And yes, Fire has gone for a boom. But what has he given up with the boom? He's given up map control. And map control is huge. So good luck getting the relics, Fire, if there's crossbows around. That's not going to be so easy. And so he's done this for a slight villager lead, but no map control. On a map where map control can be huge. A Vodka could stonewall these sides if he wants to. Wait, did Fred die? Oh no, he's right there. What am I talking about?
Ready.
Okay, here's Vodka. He wanted to stonewall, probably the wrong area. But he did want to stonewall. And now we have crossbows. Sniping the monk. Good micro from Vodka. And Fire must know now, I can't let him do this. I think Vodka has maybe gone too aggressive with the walls, but I don't think he'll have too many complaints. If he's able to wall this up. If he's able to get those relics. And oh, he's going to wall on this side too. But not if Fire converts that crossbow. This is too ballsy with the walls. Uh-oh. Okay, the crossbow's deleted. Yeah, just wall here and wall here. I love what Vodka's doing, but why not wall where it's easier to wall? Why not wall to the wood lines? There you go. Nice play. Onager cut to the center and then send Cavalier for Fire. You think he's gonna do that? Project Belgium? Is that the Project Belgium? I can't tell. There's always so many Project Belgium stores. Oh, Fred just got a kill! And he's getting healed up. Honestly, if you remember how it went for Fire when he played on this map against Jordan, he should aim to end this game as quickly as possible. Fire had all 5 relics on a map, on a hideout game against Jordan and somehow lost. And Jordan cut through the center at one point. Okay, Fred is healed up. He's just been attacked. He's here to distract now. The value of Fred! The assist! The assist! Can he get a kill now? No way! Dude! No, don't die. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not... No! It is worth it for Fire, but Fred... Oh, meanwhile, over here, Monk gets sniped. Vodka moves in, sees a castle. That's not good. Now there's a Scorpion and a Mango. Uh-oh, Vodka. Uh-oh. Yeah, just stonewall quickly. Just stonewall quickly. If he was a little bit smarter with the stonewalls, he would have been fine. And they're both on the way to the Imperial Age at the same time. Vodka is just half a second faster. Well, pay some respects to Fred. I still think that Vodka will not have too many complaints. He could have done better with the walls. His imp time's still fine, though. Project Belgium said Cavalier. That is not what we're seeing here. Project Belgium, does that mean when you play Rubenstock later on today, that if there's hideout, you're going to go for that strategy? Or was that just the boldest prediction of all time right there? I can't wait for that set. I can't wait for all the sets today. particularly Project Belgium and Rubenstock, and then ACCM Gibbetong, I think are going to be the closest, and those are the 2 sets after these, so. I hope Rubenstock TC drops him. Oh, that would be so funny. Imagine Rubenstock in a Hidden Cup format, where we don't know who is who, and then all of a sudden, we find him when the TC goes up, but then we find out at the end it was Tato or someone. Woo! That would be great. Like, everyone's like, oh yeah, Friar Tuck. Friar Tuck is for sure going, he's definitely Rubenstock. Rubenstock confirmed, and then it was Tato. Alright, well, Fire is making some petards, and he's making a castle here. So this is the side he wants to push on, and Vodka is castling this hill. I feel like when Fire gets through here is very important. Because if he were to get through now, he could possibly engage up that hill and deny the castle. If he doesn't, then it's difficult for him to push up that hill. Now let's check the relic count. We're looking at 2 relics, about to be 3 for Vodka, and he has the 4th here, so it will be 4-1 with relics. But Fire has those extra golds, remember. Actually, he doesn't have this one, I guess.
Grayton?
That is also something that Vodka sees. He scouted everything, so if he walls this side, that could be his.
Yay.
Fire started off with Elite Skirm. I believe Fire wanted to drop a castle here?
Mandat.
What's going on here? Why are his... Fire? Fire? Okay. Those villagers are like, I'm out of here. And now, since Vodka has the hill, you would expect that he'd be in a nice position in any Treb war. Not so nice, though, that he might need to leave this gold. We're seeing some Trebs on the way for Fire. We're seeing some Trebs on the way for Vodka. It's a mirror matchup with Britain, so expect ranged units and expect Trebuchets. But this is not so nice for Vodka. Must be annoying to take the hill and then have to deal with an army of skirmishers at your gold. And Fire won't have any concerns diving in with skirms underneath a castle or against longbows. So this is good for Fire. It didn't have the faster Imperial Age, but it definitely seems like Fire has more momentum now. And Vodka is doubling down on this hill. Warwolf time. Warwolf time, Vodka. Research Warwolf. Uh-oh, Fire. He's going for Ram, though. Britons don't get Siege Ram. But with that one capped Ram, he could take out the Treb. That is the counter to longbows. Is just get some Rams in front. Oh, no. And Fire, he's just gone straight skirmisher. You wouldn't expect it, but it counters the longbow. The Ram will probably take out... Oh, God, this is so bad. And this castle's going to go down. This game could just be over. And it is over. Vodka resigned. Wow, so you boomed 33 minutes and 45 seconds to die like this. Vodka, it seemed like he had a good game plan, but he overcommitted to this hill. I could see what he was thinking. But Fire, he got more units out, way more units out. I think Vodka expected this to be straight longbow and Treb. And Fire was probably thinking that long term, but at the start, Skirmisher was the better play. Well, I expected that game to go on a lot longer. Part of me is upset, but part of me is also happy because that could go on for a long time in a Britain war. And now Fire, who changed that game with one single Ram, is up 2-0 over Vodka. Now, I always feel bad for someone in Vodka's position because he's the 29th seed. He's a solid player. He's a very good player, but Fire is expected to make it to the second round, and he's showing us why today. We had the same with Velez the other day, Velez versus Toe. Velez just stomped him, and Velez is another one of those guys that's expected to go through. I won't show you because I want to hop into game number 3, but Fire had more food, wood, and gold collected in that game. So while he might have had similar villager numbers to Vodka, he was definitely getting more eco-techs, and I believe near the end of that, he even had more resources. Are you ready for Gold Rush? Are you ready for Gold Rush? Because that is the next home map. This will be the first time that we see Hidden Cup 3 Gold Rush. I've been talking it up for a solid month. If it's a crappy map generation, I will be very disappointed. Alright, that'll be coming up shortly. Thank you, A119, for the 3 months. Overlord Kodak, thank you for the 7 months with Twitch Prime. Sarapple, thank you. He says he's pumped for Hidden Cup 3. That's awesome. Thank you. General Subutai. He says, can't wait for Huang to destroy everyone. Everyone, huh? You know he has to play Doubt on Monday. I don't know about that. We'll see. PVT Freddy, thank you for the $5 donation. He said, go Fred. Oh, I see, because his name is Fred. That's funny. Sorry for insulting you, though. Craze, Tassie, Kurz, Norg, Jack in All Shades, Red Rush, Atomilk. Thank you, everyone. When I cast big events, and certainly I'd consider Hidden Cup 3 qualifiers a big event. It's like an event in and of itself. I can't spend as much time thanking each and every one of you, but thank you guys. As of now, I'm very happy with how this tournament is going. But, Gold Rush, let's do it. Oh wait, hold on. Damn it, I'm so bad! I forgot to change the civs and everything on the overlay. So just to clarify, for the main event, things will be set up differently. I'll have someone doing all of this monotonous work for me. But for now, I have to do it myself. And I'm lazy, apparently, so... Vodka, who we're looking at here, he's playing as the Chinese. So, fascinating he's gone for Chinese on this map. And Fire has gone for Celts. So he's gone for the pick that Huang might pick against Doubt if Doubt doesn't globally ban it. And you can see all the gold in the center. Just bear with me here, guys. But it's Chinese, right? Yeah, Chinese. Perfect. And we have Gold Rush at the bottom. I got it. I got it. I got it. We're good. Perfect. Everything looks good. Welcome to game number 3. I am hoping that Vodka gets a win. It's not because I prefer Vodka. It's not because I don't like Fire. It's because I want to see more games. So, this is Hidden Cup 3 Gold Rush. I want to talk about the main differences between this and the Gold Rush you might be familiar with, okay? How many of you have played on DE Gold Rush in the ranked ladder recently and had all of your golds forward, and then your opponent with back golds and basically Black Forest map that they could fully wall, and it was game over ever since the map was generated? How many people? Okay, a lot of you. So what we worked on were the wood lines, we worked on the elevation, and we worked on the gold spawns. And there's some other things I'll bring up as well. The wolves as well. There's only one wolf in the center, meaning that players can actually be aggressive in feudal age now, instead of running into a dozen wolves, right? So as you look at the maps, it's still 7 tiles of gold for each player. See Vodka's gold's here, and here, and then you see Fire's gold's there and there. It's even. It's even. So you still have some other wolves out here if you want to go for the wolf rush. I'm sure the wolves will become a factor at some point, but it's very even. And oh boy, Vodka, he actually does not have his boar yet. This will slow down his start as Chinese because they start with no food, and you need to continue to bring in food. The other thing we did was we adjusted the elevation slightly, so the elevation isn't quite as extreme around this ring in the center. And that's pretty much it. Oh, there's another thing. So you see this stone? Each player has a 6-tile stone close to them. On the DE version of Gold Rush, there's 2 6-tile stones, but they show up randomly. Meaning that if this was the DE Gold Rush, Vodka could have both of those 6-tile stones in the back of his base, and Fire could have no extra stones. So, still 4-tile, 5-tile, and then 6-tile stone, except it's even. That's pretty much it. But with Celts against Chinese, I'm really fascinated to see how this will go, because I feel like Chinese can deal with Celts, but one thing that Chinese can struggle against is a Maganel push. The Fire was over here nice and early. Vodka's pushed him away. Not the cleanest Dark Age for Vodka. I wonder if we'll see Scouts. I wonder if we'll see Archers. Actually, the Boar is out there for Vodka. He'll have to snag that, and Fire's just hoping not to lose his Scout. He knows how important the Scout is. We saw it in the previous game. Oh, please win this, Vodka. Please win this, Vodka. I'll feel so bad otherwise. Oh my god. Fire was just brutalizing this poor man. He's just brutalizing this poor guy. In the previous game, Fire killed Vodka's Scout. In this game, Fire killed Vodka's Scout. And now he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know if Militia... it's Fred again. He doesn't know if it's militia. He doesn't know what it is. But you see what Fire did there? He took the hill, got that hill hit, and boom, well played. Man, feel bad. That's gotta tilt you, man. That tilts me as a caster. And it's not like Fire has a civilization where he's only going to do one thing. You could see Man-at-Arms with Celts. You could see Drush into Fast Castle with Celts. Those are the two things, and they're very different things, too. So the fact that Vodka's blind now really hurts him. I think he needs to go Feudal Age. He probably needs to go Feudal Age. Maybe he can try Fast Castle. Fire is going to go Feudal Age himself, and he'll be going for Man-at-Arms. Whew. T90 official, why doesn't Huang just play with the Bulgarians? Okay, fun story. Huang has been streaming on Twitch a lot recently. Looks like Fire also stole his sheep. And so, I watch his stream, and I talk to him in between games. He doesn't have a mic or anything, but he does type. It is limited English, but, you know, he can get the point across. And I said to him, Huang, play Bulgarians, because I wanted him to go for a Krepos drop. Because he always goes for Celts, and I get it. He has the militia, he has the eco, he has the Mangonels. But when he plays on step, he takes a lot of map control with Mangonels. And so what I wanted Huang to do, as Fire is going to come forward, which is not possible on DE Gold Rush because of the fact there were all those wolves in the center, I wanted him to build a Crep Post. Well, guess what? I don't think he knows that Bulgarians have a Crep Post. He checked the tech tree for Bulgarians halfway through the game, and he never went on stone, and he lost. And the thing is, he was slightly behind, but he had a forward position, and he could have dropped the Crep Post and denied all the opponent's stones and golds. But he didn't do it because I don't think he knows they exist. So, just Huang things, man. Oh, this is such a good play for Fire. I expected Fire to win convincingly today, but I didn't expect it to be this brutal. Vodka is just hoping that Fire would go Fast Castle. Fire instead walks forward and is going to go Man-at-Arm Tower. And yes, Vodka has gold. Yes, he has wood, but you know, these Man-at-Arms are going to get through. That tower is going to deny berries, and there will probably be more towers to follow this up for Fire. This is rough. If Vodka can defend and hold with some walls for another minute, he will be in Feudal Age and can build a defensive tower or two. But it does not look like he's going to have the resources to click up to the next stage after that. I feel like lower level players really either overrate or underrate berries. They either have 12 on berries or they don't have enough on berries. And guys, that's a couple hundred food right there. That's the couple hundred food that Vodka needed to go to Castle Age with this strategy. So if you're at home and you're like, whatever, he didn't lose access to anything. Losing the berries is huge in this situation. Marcio Columbia says, do you know if Vodka is the old Italian player named Mimmo? No, I don't. I do not know that. Probably wouldn't be the person to answer that question for you, man. I'm still new in the grand scheme of things because I didn't really start following the competitive scene until 2015 or late 2014, so. He's gone for a stable. And Fire can see that, too. So it's not even Fast Castle Crossbow. He wants to go Knights. He doesn't have the food for Knights, guys. This is rough. Well, Fire showed up, didn't he? He showed up. He's not messing around, man. In every game, he's been forward nice and early. Game 1 was certainly the closest game. I don't even agree with this tower for Vodka. At this point, are you even going to get that tower up without losing a vill or two? T90, nice clickbait title. What title? Oh, does it have your name in it? Nilly? What's the title of the stream right now, guys? What's the title of the stream say? Alright, so we're in our second set, game 3, and the title still hasn't been updated. Alright. So I know Nilly doesn't normally do mod work around here. He's just kind of, he's here for his good looks and charm. But do you think, Nilly, you could maybe update the title since all my other moderators don't feel like that's necessary? Thank you. Man, Nilly has to do everything around here. He is to be our entertainment. He's here for the good looks, and he also has to do mod work. But no, seriously, if someone could update the title, that'd be really cool. Thank you. Vodka still hasn't clicked up. He's getting close, though. He's getting close. A wise stone wall on the left. He's on stone. He's in this game. And Fire will just mine that stone on the front. What are Fire's resources looking like? Okay, Fire is now stonewalling. Why are people saying test right now? Did someone think it'd be funny to change the title of the stream to test? Okay, we're good. We're good. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, chat. We got it. Thank you. So this is good play from Fire. So the reality is he is going to be later to the castle age, but his eco will actually be stronger when he gets there. Vodka did not lose any villagers. So Vodka's actually, he's fine, man. He's fine. He's on stone too, so maybe he can get a castle up, clear out some of these towers. Maybe he could get a castle up in the center. Now, I think Fire will probably just build some houses here with this Ville. Just hold the center, and that'd be a perfect spot for Monastery Siege Workshop. But Fire still has not clicked up. Vodka stabilized. T90, did you know there was a historical real castle drop? I did not know that. I will have to read about it after the fact. Was there was there a historical doubt castle? That's what I want to know. Was there a historical doubt castle? Because if there's not, history's boring. History is very, very boring. By the way, Fire, this is a classic trick. Look at Fire's point of view. You see how he's placed palisades around the stone? He can see how many villages are on stone because of that. It's not a bug, it's a feature, guys. And that is not a DE problem that has always existed. And it's a smart play. You lose the wood for the palisades, even though you're not building them, but it gives you some vision. Nice tower from Fire behind this wood line as well. Okay, so the knights will come over here to deal with the M&A. Those man-at-arms will die. And it's Vodka's time to push out. Vodka, he did a lot better than I expected. I really felt like he would lose more control there. He still has some towers to deal with, but he'll deal with this one. And Fire has 4 villagers inside of that tower. He's sending forward spearmen, and Fire is 70% of the way to the next stage. He's completely stonewalled at home, and oh my god, really? Oh man, lack of scouting for Fire. Oh man, that is some nasty walling. Ugh. When you can use the cliff. Ugh. And Fire will lose the vills. Yo, Vodka's doing it. Power of the Chinese, man. With any other civ, good luck holding and getting like the eco to make this many knights. Vodka has the lead all of a sudden. Now it still sucks. Because the wood line's towered, the stone's kind of towered, but whatever. There's only so much gold on this map, and Vodka, just go to the center and castle. Castle the center right now. 700 stone, do it. Do it. Fire will go for pikemen. And monks. Fire's eco isn't looking too hot. He has 7 farms. Some are dormant. Or idle, or no. Oh my god, Fire! What just happened? No! Why is there a knight in here? How? How? Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. Actually, I definitely meant to yell, but I didn't mean to hurt your ears. There's a difference. You should just see the complaints that my neighbors have about me. They are not very happy. I live in Florida too, so it's a bunch of old people with hearing aids that they think are malfunctioning. Alright. This castle will go up, right? I think it go... Ooh. Well, the knights can't really defend against the pikes. The castle's at 80%. Yeah, okay, that castle's going up. That castle's going up. The knights will delay just enough. This knight here, I think it harassed Fire enough where Vodka will have a positional lead and an eco lead, and now he can make Chukunu. So if you make Chukunu now, you can take care of the pikes. I don't think Fire really knows where to go from here. What? What? I think Fire might just GG. It's all falling apart for him. These villagers are on strike. 2 of them die. I'm looking over here. I see this tower. I don't see a whole lot happening for him right now. Maybe he'll get a conversion, though. No, he won't. That siege workshop means he'll push the main base of Vodka, possibly. Okay, well, I think Vodka needs to get quite a few Chukunu out. Like 5 to 6. At least have fletching. If he doesn't have that already, he doesn't. He still needs to be careful at his main base. But having control of the gold right now is very important to him. Yeah, I think Fire just didn't build that wall. I'm not sure why exactly. Maybe he placed the wall and then clicked this tile, and then the villager went all the way there and then back to the stone. I don't know, weird things happen sometimes. But 2 siege workshops for Fire, it's not really the norm. And what's he have in here? Scorpion, Mangonel, Scorpion, another Scorpion. So he's making Scorpions, which can be decent. But also could just be GG, because he needs to use them soon and there's knights around. Fire pretty much needs to convert the knights, and then hope the siege clears up the Chukunu. Alright, there are the Celt Scorpions. This is okay. Oh, the ram. Oh, the ram. The ram! Dude! That ram came in clutch there. Wow. 52 population for Vodka, 40 for Fire. It's going to get worse on the front. He did get a conversion on a knight. He will keep the siege workshop up. He might even take out a few Chukunu. Again, the Chukunu do have fletching now. They really need Bodkin, but you know, Vodka's eco is not too strong either. There's a lot going on right now. And maybe this is the time for Fire to stabilize a little bit economically. He has a Mangonel and he has 3 Scorpions, and it's Celt Siege, so you never know. What an interesting game. I would say that this has been a very messy game. I think that's probably the best word for it. Maybe not the most creative word to use, but messy describes this game perfectly. The ecos have been imbalanced for both. They've been all over the place, and okay, Fire's now making a second town center, but I'm still not convinced that he can even keep that producing. But I'm also not convinced that Vodka can deal with this many Scorpions, Mangonels, and Pikes. The only way you really beat this combo is if you make your own siege if you're Vodka. And you can't really justify making a lot of Mangonels against Celts because they have the faster firing Mangonels. So Fire is still in this. Whew, alright. T90, can we see in-game chat today? No, we can't. I'm sorry about that, but it's the way that this mod is set up. I don't know too much about how it's made, but they just reposition things in the game, right? And the chat is off screen, so there's been no chatting except for just the normal GG at the end of games. But yeah, this is pretty much a makeshift setup for the qualifiers. We'll actually have some changes tomorrow. But don't get too used to everything you're seeing here because it will be even better on March 19th. Hank, one of the map scripters, says we make such a clean map only for the players to make it such an absolute mess. Well, it's kind of Gold Rush in a nutshell, right? To make for messy games, but oh my god, the micro there from both of them was sick. Look at this. Look at this. Alright, well, I thought it would be worse for Vodka. I thought he would lose those Chukunu. Castle on the left means he secures that left side. He did also take care of that tower. 47 vills for Vodka. He's 1 town center. And Fire is on 2 TCs. Fire's eco seems to be getting better. I really wish he would build a new lumber camp. That's been bothering me for the last 10 minutes. Fire could pressure the main town center of Vodka. The only town center of Vodka. Oh, but the attack rounds from Vodka were sick there. Took out a Scorpion and took out that Mangonel. And normally, if you have more economy, I always say that eventually it's going to kick in for you and it's going to change things. But I don't know what it changes in this situation for Vodka, because the only thing you can really make here, it's either Mass Knights with a ton of upgrades because there's Pikemen, so that's not an option, or it's your own Siege. So I think Fire, he's actually getting to the point where I'd say he has the lead. Because of the eco he has at home being untouched, and the fact that he's pressuring Vodka so heavily. And the Chukunu may be good against some forms of... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Fire, you have an outpost, man. You have an outpost. He's very focused on the front, and he doesn't realize... Oh, no. Wait. Vodka? Oh, he shot the TC first. It's like, hey, I'm coming. I hate it when I do that. I hate it when I misclick and click the building instead of the villagers. Okay, well, it could have been worse for Fire. Yeah, this is still messy. This is still really messy. Well, nice job from Vodka to try and get some form of countering in then. And he is going to make some siege. He's getting redemption for his monks, meaning he can convert siege. It's a good thing Chinese don't get block printing, because if Chinese got block printing, that would make Chinese, an already top 5 civilization, even stronger in the Imperial Age. Oh, wait. Oh, they added block printing for Chinese. Oh, I'm sorry. They get it now? Wow. Wow, they're even stronger? They buffed a civ that was already good? What? Sorry, that bothers me. I know that they got it, and it bothers me, so... That's just my creative way of explaining about it. Or, not explaining about it, complaining about it. Don't get me started. Don't even get me started, chat. Because I'll go on about that one for a while. This is about to go down. So, Vodka has redemption. He can convert siege. And Fire... Oh my god! Oh, that was huge. Oh, that was huge. Fire lost everything except his pikemen and one Mangonel. That was massive. And wait, I heard chat? Oh, we don't have in-game chat, and I heard the little doo-doo. I bet you Fire said 11. Or GG! He just calls the GG! Alright. Vodka wins. Dude, I thought he was so dead. Maybe I misjudged it. Maybe Vodka had it all under control. I thought he was so dead when the Man-at-Arms and Towers came in. But he sat back. He boomed up a little bit. He got to Castle Age faster than I ever expected. And he built the castle in the center. And so for Fire, he didn't have an eco lead. He only had that military advantage. And he had just lost that military advantage. And I think now, like, Chinese having 2 castles, the fact that Vodka could expand and get more TCs up, it was going to make life very difficult for Fire. So now we go to one of Fire's home maps. This is good. I think Vodka is a good player, and in game 1 and 2 and 3, in some ways, he was very unfortunate. So, what I'm curious about is this, though. How good was the economy for Vodka behind that? 6,200 food. He obviously had stone for the castles, and then he had more gold. So, yes, Fire was on 3 town centers, but Fire still was behind in villagers. I think that Fire could have sent those forward villagers back home. Would you guys agree with that? He saw the stable from Vodka, so he had to know that Vodka was going to be adding knights. But I think what it was, he expected he could hold with his own spearmen, and it just didn't happen. Maybe he didn't expect Vodka to have the resources to make that many knights. I know I didn't expect Vodka to have the resources. Alright, so the potential comeback for the Italian, not going down without a fight. Home map worked out for him. Fire has Cup and Islands as his home maps. He's a fantastic water player. Fantastic Islands player. We'll see what map he goes for next, guys. Just bear with me here. I have to get the scoreboard set up, get the civilizations prepared. Wait a second. Hey, Robo? Can you check your messages real quick? Yeah. I just gotta run something past Robo. Was that a drop? Wait a second. So I'm confused because there's a second part to this game. And Robo is like, yeah, it was a restore. So Fire didn't GG. I can only apologize because I couldn't see in-game chat. So hold the phone. Fire's not done yet. Fire is not done yet. My bad. So we'll see Fire try and climb back from this. I mean, as I just said, Vodka will probably expand, but Fire is on 3 TCs. Sorry, chat. Here we have it. Now, you can meme it up, and you can say thanks to E all you want, but the reality is the fact that we're able to save and restore is huge because that was not possible a month ago. That's very important for HC3. Does Fire have a chance in this? Does Fire have a chance in this at all? Look how many Chukunu are out here, and he just lost all of his siege. Yeah, but Robo, it was not possible for me to remember that when I was fully focused on the game, apparently. Okay, priority number 1 for Vodka. You have the castles, so get a second town center up. Right? You have the Chukunu, you have the monks to convert the siege. Get a second town center up. And there it is. Because he wasn't able to do that back here. Fire, I think you have to do your absolute best to be annoying with what little siege you can create. And then create villagers at home, but this might not be easy for him. Maybe if you make it to the Imperial Age faster, then you can castle here, then you can start making trebuchets against the castle. Fire has made even another town center here, so this will be a very long castle age for him if he's planning on producing vills out of 4 TCs. Fire has these 3 tiles of golds, and that is it for him. Can you guys tell why I felt like it was GG? I don't see how Fire pushes the center. I really don't see it. Even if he has 10 more vills, which he might get to, or maybe 20, how does he push this? Vodka could honestly just castle drop his main base. I'm Noob 5100 says what's a drop? Well, someone disconnected, so they had to restore it. I thought that meant it was the end of the game, and I was wrong on that. The monastery's there. What's in the monastery? A relic? Okay. That monk has gone down. This monk is going to go down for Vodka, so all is fair. And Vodka is going to send the vills forward. This is a good play. Fire doesn't have anything anymore. I would even place it more... I'd place it further forward than that. Place the castle here. Well, actually there's siege. Okay, this is why I'm not playing in the qualifier. Castle here because it's safe. Maintain your lead. Don't do what T90 wants you to do, or Doubt. Do not follow Doubt or T90's advice on castles. Yeah, I kind of forgot that Fire might have some siege at his base. 69 villagers for Fire. Vodka. Come on, pull through, buddy. Do it for the memes. Do it for the memes. Do it for the memes. 69 villagers for Vodka. Alright, it's close. Guys, Fire has 21 farms right now. He did build a castle over here, but 21 farms. It's not that impressive for Vodka either, but Vodka's producing Chukunu, which costs wood and gold. He's producing monks, which cost gold, mangonels, which cost wood and gold. So that means that he will save food to go to the Imperial Age. Yeah, I think Fire's dead. Fire might be in shock right now. He might not believe what's happening, but Vodka is on the way to the Imperial Age. It seems over, yeah. This is why I thought that it was GG when Fire called it. It was also immediately after that fight too, so I really felt like it was him calling the GG there. Well, if Vodka doesn't have any Chukunu when he makes it to the Imperial Age, then it's not going to be GG. Oh man, that was such a waste. But it's fine. He still has plenty. He still has 3 castles. He'll be working on getting relics. This is funny, actually. This monastery needs to be repaired so we can bring that relic in. He just gathered the one up on the front. Can Fire get to the Imperial Age? He's going to attempt to drop a castle here. I don't think he can, right? He has to produce infantry. He has to produce something to secure this area if he wants to drop that castle. And it costs food. So yeah, let the castle go up, Vodka. Let it happen, man. Let it happen and just deal with it later with Trebs. The only thing I can think of now for Fire to have any chance in this game is an all-in ram push. Or getting to imp faster, and that's not going to happen for him. Guys, how interesting is it that Fire chose Cup as one of his home maps? Was not expecting so many players to choose the HC3 maps. In Hidden Cup 2, we pretty much had to force players to play those maps by setting them ahead of time. Players were not picking them for home maps, that's for sure. Fire has Islands, and he has Cup as his 2 home maps, so if Vodka wins this, we'll see one of those maps next. Fire is incredible on Islands, so I think he'd probably choose that. Alright, Fire's on the way up. First thing Vodka should do is trebuchets. He's creating a treb here. And is he creating a treb from this? Yes, nice. Remember, Fire has limited gold. He has no relics, and he has about 800 gold remaining there. And also Vodka has Chukunu, so he actually has military to not only hit villagers, but it could hit the trebuchets as well. I like this from Fire, though. The more I think about it, I'm glad Fire tried. Because the vill count's even. He's still at a disadvantage. There's going to be trebs all over the place. But you definitely have like a 5 or 10% chance from Fire's current position. Vodka would have to misplay, but this isn't a rated game, right? This is a qualifier, and every game counts. But this castle, it's donezo. This castle will be donezo. Fire, he doesn't have gold. He can't go onager his Celts, you know? So, oh boy. It does seem very, very over for Fire. La Mimera, thank you. I don't know if it's Mimera, but thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Dave How Original says, Dave, excited for Hidden Cup 3. Well, I guess he typed the T90 debut mode. Thank you. Tech, thank you. And now is it GG? Now is Fire going to call it? Because at this point, it's certainly over. Vodka's just playing too solid. He has the trebs everywhere. He has control of the middle. Fire has 200 stone left to repair. Oops. Again, that's been an issue for me. I need to look into why that's happening. Occasionally, I'll just jump over to another area of the map. Alright, Fire. Chukunu does fantastic against Siege, yeah. Now, granted, there's not many upgrades on the Chukunu right now, but... Alright, Onager's in. But man, you can only create so many Onagers. And these monks get block printing now, so they can convert the Onagers. They could still do it without block printing, but now Chinese, who have no weaknesses, their monks have 9+3 range with block printing. So the one weakness the Chinese did have would maybe be against like mass siege, because they couldn't convert them. Again, I'm talking a lot of siege, because Chukunu were already decent. Let's go Vodka. Good stuff from Vodka here. Very happy to see how he's played this. Obviously knows that they gave block printing to the Chinese. Knew about the importance of going for the middle on this map. And I think as he's adding monks now, he should probably add... You could even go Cavalier here. But I think Light Cav is probably the safer play. Fire doesn't want to give it up. This is surprising. I'm really surprised that Fire won't resign at this point. Rings, Rith, butchered that name, and Fact State. Thank you guys. Welcome. Fire's taking a break. He's cutting his own trees right now. Celt skirmishers are really bad. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe... I always have a theory that players who stay in game like this are having a smoke break. Or they're just trying to tilt the opponent. Like, at this point, Vodka knows he's won. I feel like sometimes players will stay in game a little bit longer to annoy the opponent. Would you guys see that being a possibility? I mean, he's making skirms. It's not like he's AFK, right? Because he's making skirms. He's trying. But the second light cav arrived, it's GG. Yeah, I guess he sees the light cav attacking the house. I don't know. He's just having fun? Yeah, he's just having fun. Somebody showed up for the first time today, like, oh, Age of Empires 2 still exists. And then everyone's like, resign! Resign! It's a shame, I should have Leary co-casting this one with me. Alright, so, while we wait, I want you to vote. I want you to guess what map we see for Fire next, because he is 125% dead. He has Islands and Cup. I think he goes Islands because he's so good at Islands, but then if you lose that, Cup is a very hard game to finish off opponents on, or a very hard map to finish off opponents on. Okay, some people say Islands, a lot of people say Islands, and alright, Fire taps out finally. Vodka gets the win, so let's go back to where we were before. It felt to me like Vodka had won in the first place, but Fire wanted to continue to try. Again, can't really knock him for it, though he did stay in that game a little bit long. And now Game 4 will be upcoming. Now, before we hop into Game 4, if you're wondering about the schedule for the rest of the day, you can see it right there at the bottom left of your screens. After Fire Vodka, we'll have about a 10-minute break, and then we'll move on to Project Belgium versus Rubenstock. We will end the day with ACCM versus Jibatong. Vietnamese beast against a Chinese beast. That will be fun. But congrats, Vodka. Now, even if he loses this best of 5, I'm sure he'll be very happy with his performance now that he's got a win. Are you ready? A lot of you think Islands, right? I think Islands as well. What will it be for Fire? Maybe you want to save Islands because that's your best one? I don't know, man. I don't know at all. Alright, ladies and gents, thank you for hanging out today. If you're watching on YouTube, you probably already have the gist. If you got here on Twitch, this is a marathon day of qualifiers. This is not going to be the only day this weekend. This is not going to be the only day over the next 2 weeks where we have HC3 qualifiers. Fire, who's expected to go through. He's expected to go to the best of 7 in the next round. He lost the previous game. And instead of going for his favorite map, the map that he's known as being a beast on, Islands, he's gone for Cup. Awesome stuff. And now, if you think back to previous sets on Cup, we had a Malay War. We had Japanese War. What else did we have, guys? What I'm getting at here is that players are picking different civilizations on these maps. Persians I've seen on this. Actually, I don't know if it was Persians within the qualifiers itself. But we have Japanese. No, Japanese for Fire, who's here. And then we have Huns for Vodka. Non-mirror matchup. Both civilizations very strong. We saw Huns in the previous set today between Kasva and Nili. Huns are incredible at flooding the map. And guys, this map is ridiculously active. There's a pond on the right side. Now, there's only 2 fish in here. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. If you dock here or make navy here, you cannot cross over to the left. Same if you dock on the left side. If you control the water, then you can also disrupt players' armies as they send units across the map. There was a huge demo the other day when someone had crossbows on here, so demos are always a threat. Fires, galleys. Players are also very close to each other, and I don't think there's a defined meta for this map. Lix went for the wackiest strategy against Zupi yesterday. Watch that best of 5 if you get the time. That was incredible. That will be on YouTube, and I streamed that yesterday on Twitch. So I'd say the differences between the civilizations is that Huns have more mobility. Japanese are definitely a bit stronger in one spot. If they can get a big ball of crossbows if they can camp and use those tanky fishing ships, boom up a little bit. I like Japanese. Huns, I think on this map, have to take control of the extra resources. Have to be all over the water, just have to be everywhere. So if you're in Vodka's shoes, you can't sit back behind your walls all game. I think you have to be active on the front. We had 1,000 viewers watching the rerun yesterday. I actually was listening in as well. Man, that Zoopy lick set was incredible. But yeah, Fire not going for islands? Bit of a surprise. I thought he would go for the islands choice. This is no surprise though. He is docked, and what has Vodka done? Scouted it. Vodka knows that Fire has gone for the dock. I don't love how Vodka decided to fight that villager because the TC is so close. He didn't take too much damage. But okay, Fire is going to fish on that side. Now, I've seen players dock the center after seeing that someone has docked the left side. I've seen players completely forget about docking in Dark Age and then dock in Feudal to take out fishing ships. Like right now, Vodka is milling instead of docking. Maybe that's the game plan. I've seen players go for Militia in Dark Age to take out fishing ships. I've seen players go for Scouts. I've seen players go for Archers to take out Navy on this map. It's really complex. It's very difficult to play. Saseki says T90, maybe he does not want to give away his best strategy for the next round on islands. That's a good point. Maybe Fire expects to beat Vodka here, and he does not want to show his potential round 2 opponent how he wants to play islands. It's true. The last time there was a Masters of Islands was a few years ago, but Fire did win that tournament. But since then, the water meta has changed a lot, but he's still very good. The upper lake has fish way closer to Fire than Vodka. I noticed that. Yeah, he has a lot of water, a lot of fish here. Whereas if you're Vodka, you'd have to fish, you'd have to dock here, or you'd have to dock over here. Yeah, it definitely seems like, and this happens sometimes because sometimes these ponds are a bit smaller than others, and the fish won't generate. It definitely seems like Fire got the edge there with the fish. But Vodka, since he is not docked, he's on his way up already. This is 20 population, guys. This is incredibly fast. If Fire is going to be up, obviously he has the fishing ships and the villagers, and this looks like man-at-arm play for him. So they're both going feudal, there's no question. T90, how has the water meta changed? Well, nowadays you can make Fire Galleys and Feudal Age demos. Before, you could only make Fire Ships in Castle Age and demos in Castle Age. Fire was absolutely incredible with the previous water meta. He's still very good. Obviously, he chose Islands, but he's not quite as good nowadays. Now, what is this for Vodka? Is this straight Archers? Is he going... He's going for Man-at-Arms? Okay, no, I think he wants to go for Scouts. It's just that those villagers needed something to do for a moment. And yeah, there's the stable. What about Indians on this map? You know, it's funny you mentioned that. What do you guys think about Indians on this map? Because their villagers do collect fish faster. I thought when this map concept was made, back in, well, a little over a year ago now. Or wait, no, technically, I guess less than a year ago now. I thought that the meta would be to build mills in the center. So we tested it with Japanese, we tested it with Indians, but that is not the meta. That is not the meta. And Dave still talks smack because he beat me with Khmer when I went, I think, Japanese, and I had all of my villagers in the middle of the map. And then he built a sneak base with monks and mangonels behind my base. Okay, Fire has actually added a galley. And that's just to deny... He notices that Vodka hasn't docked. Does Vodka know that Man-at-Arms is incoming? Oh, that's so bad. If he doesn't know, this could be so dangerous for him. And Fire shows up. These are Japanese Man-at-Arms. Get ready for villagers to die. Wow, they're not Man-at-Arms yet, are they? Man-at-Arm upgrade is just now on the way. So it could be worse for Vodka. He loses one villager. Did Fire lose a villager? No. Not yet. That villager's getting hit, and the kill's denied, and there that villager also will survive for Fire. Guys, I don't like Vodka's plan. It's never good on a map where there's fish to just let your opponent fish freely. You could send the scouts over to attack the fish now. Send something, but almost every other time I've seen this map, we have seen both players go onto water at some stage. But now there's a forward archery range for Vodka, who's fighting for his tournament life, or I guess you could say qualifier life here. That has to work, because the fishing ships are making such a big difference for Fire right now. This scout micro on point, though. Found the Weakville, killed the Weakville. Well played, Vodka. What's she doing over there? Lots of walls for Fire. I mentioned this before, this is how Japanese have to play. Huns also have to play with mobility. Oh, Cav Archers can be fantastic here, but my concern is the economy. So, if Fire is able to have that food for so long and get up to the next stage so much faster, it could be a real worry. Interesting tower for Vodka, though. And at home, he's fine. Fire hasn't been able to find any other areas to hit. And now Fire has to build a counter tower, which Vodka can't stop, but he could at least harass. I don't think Vodka expects this to be open on this side. Okay, and now he's going to delete his tower and tower here, meaning Fire can take his stone. Yeah, he will take that stone. So guys, I think Fire's doing an excellent thing here, and not this. That is not so excellent, but what I was about to say is this stable choice is a huge move. Because if you make archers now, archers is going to be very slow. Also, you already see Vodka has skirms. But if you make scouts, and you're able to get as many scouts as Vodka, and nice dock from Fire so his fish is more efficient, you clear out the skirms, and then it's just a scout war. Then you're good. Then you could consider making some archers later, but again, I like how Fire's played this. He's thought about his economy, and I think he's played the map properly. Vodka has had almost no interest in taking any side with water. And I think you almost have to commit to where you're at now if you're Vodka. Like, trying to switch back onto water now is probably not the play. When you've committed everything to land, I think you continue with that. And he is harassing the berries. He could get through, and is there a hole there, or what? She dies? Okay. You know what I think the play is? I think Vodka should send his scouts and his skirms to water. It really... I can't tell you how often I've seen scouts attack Japanese fishing ships. So I don't know how easy that would be, but... maybe that's the most vulnerable area for Fire. I guess it's still very open here. Uh-oh, Vodka. Fire sent scouts into your base. Oh, and he reacted to it. He spotted it, and he quick-walled it. Well played. That was huge. And now, Fire might not have defense at his base. The scouts are looping around. And Fire has to send those scouts back home. Yep, see, with a few skirmishers and an archer, you can clear the spears out. So Fire needs to abandon this woodline for now. This is so different from any other game I've seen on this map. But Vodka is somehow making it work. He has so much more military on the field right now. But if at any point he falls behind... uh-oh, Fire has bloodlines. I just realized this. Fire has bloodlines, meaning his scouts have 20 more HP. Some of Vodka's scouts aren't engaging. Yeah, this is the moment I mentioned. Like, if at any point Fire is ahead in military and he's ahead in eco, that's when it becomes hard. And Fire does it there. He cleans it up. The eco made the difference. And now what does Vodka do? Now how does Vodka treat this? These villagers have been idle for some time, by the way. He must not be checking for his idle villagers. Fire maybe could think about stop producing scouts. Yeah. He'll stop the production of scouts soon. Vodka doesn't really have the food to click up just yet. Okay, these villagers have been found. The spears are there to protect. I like that. I also love how Fire has been docking. Again, this is the first time that I have seen someone completely neglect the water 20 minutes into a cup game. The first time. Ever. Except, well, I guess technically I didn't neglect the water. My practice games like a year ago. There's a hole there. There's a hole there. Okay, Fire will run in this way, though. These are weak. They might kill one villager. Alright. Forward archery range has not accomplished much for Vodka, I have to say. Both players are pretty close to clicking up. The range is still there, doing very little. These villagers are coming back home. Vodka's not out of this yet. I think if you flood the map with Cav Archers, it can work against Japanese. But Fire is on his way to Castle Age first. Now, do you go Knights? Do you go Archers if you're Fire? I think normally you see an Archer transition. But since he doesn't have a single Archer range, it would take a while to build that. He already has some scout upgrades. I think he will just go 2 stable Knights. And we will see Cav Archers for Vodka. So I guess the stressful thing about that is you need time to mass them. And if Knights start flooding into your gold, it could be trouble. So he'll need to hold somehow. Can Vodka spot the hole? I imagine he thinks that's fully walled. What is that? A mining camp, okay. Yeah, he thinks that's fully walled. He hasn't checked that one. I keep checking the economy from Vodka. It's not bad. It's not great. It's 50 villagers for Fire and it's 38 for Vodka. Big difference being the fishing ships, but it's not awful. It's definitely enough to go 3 range Cav Archers, but is it enough to also go for town centers behind? No. Is Fire's eco? Yes. He can also get immediate +2 armor on the Knights. Like, Fire will have tons of upgrades. So, I think Vodka just didn't have a game plan set for this map. It's a huge surprise to me. At this point, it's almost too late to go on water and have there be an immediate benefit. You have to forget about it, but to not think about it at all? T90, isn't the score 2-2? Nope, the score is not 2-2. The score is 2-1, which is why I put the score as 2-1. University. So again, this has to be pretty YOLO. This means fast ballistics. Castle drop is interesting on this map. You can build on this terrain, so you can place a castle pretty much anywhere. The CA have Bodkin Arrow, but watch Fire. So I think this is what Fire needs to do. I'm not sure if he'll do it, but instead of waiting to engage the Cav Archers, just run past, run into the back of Vodka's eco. Because you have mobility, and low numbers can do a lot for you. Yeah, just passing. Just passing. Now you have to chase me. Now watch this. As Vodka has to deal with this, and will inevitably take losses, where are more units going to show up? Oh, I'm going to show up to your gold. Oh, I'm going to send more Knights in. I'm going to run all around. This is exactly how you have to play Knights against Cav Archers. This is perfect. This is perfect play from Fire. So good. So much idle time. Villager dies to scouts. And the Knights make it out alive. I don't think this is winnable. Fire's playing too perfect. He had too good of a game plan for this map. And Vodka just wasn't prepared. Look! Yeah, the Knights come in on this side. Vodka deals with it. Now the Knights go to the gold again. This is so good from Fire, man. He is in good form. He is in good form, I have to say. Because everything that I think of and say, alright, ideally this is what Fire would do. Will he do it in the moment? He's doing it. This is really solid play from Fire. So yes, you have Cav Archers now. It takes so long to mass them. And then Fire, he's already on 2 town centers. He has water control, so it's not easy for Vodka to ever get some type of a counter in. Beautiful, beautiful Knight mobility from Fire. He looks like that's really fun, by the way. It looks like Fire is enjoying himself there. Running in and around. Sniping a few vills, running away. So annoying to play against. Vivi does that a lot. Vivi will force you into towers by building his own towers. And then Vivi will go to Castle Age and just raid you with a few single Knights while he booms. That's a Vivi-esque move, for sure. 58 villagers versus Vodka's 40. He made it into the qualifier. He trained a ton. Unfortunately for him, he was matched up against Fire, who has played in the previous Hidden Cups or the qualifiers. It was never going to be easy for him. The Feudal Age Devo comes in for Fire. And I think Vodka is beginning to realize there's no chance for me. So many Cav Archers are dying. I don't think he'll give it up yet, though. Because if he does, then he's not making it into the main event of Hidden Cup 3. You have the fish traps out here for fire. That's a great move. He'll probably go 3 town centers. His eco's booming. I don't even know if it's necessary to go for a 3rd TC, but you probably should. Just smart play from Fire all series. Smart play. But does it bother anyone else that he just let Fire fish? Like, yes, you could say Fire's fish placement, it was better for him. Yes, the map generation suited him a little bit. And yes, Japanese, you expect them to fish. And it's not easy to kill the fishing ships. But to just let it happen? To not have a game plan to deal with that and just let it happen it's kind of suicide. Because you're giving your opponent an eco lead. You can kill 3 or 4 villagers, but you know they're going to have that many fishing ships, at the very least. Why not make Helb? Well, sadly, Fire's too good for that. If you make Pikeman, what will Fire do? He'll just run away from it. He has so much mobility right now. He's hitting and running. You can force fights. Oh, Vodka, let's go. Let's go. Vodka could deny the town center. That's something. Bit sloppy from Fire. But yeah, pikemen are pretty slow. They would die to any demos that might come out. The lack of mobility with pikemen would mean that it wouldn't be very effective. But the other aspect, and I know it's super complicated, is that he wouldn't have the food to make pikemen and villagers out of his town centers, and he's already behind by 20 vills. So, competitive AoE snowballs big time. And there's really no way Vodka brings his way out of this unless he's hitting the right spots with Cav Archers over the next couple moments. And then maybe later make a transition. He should just make pikes to defend and use CA to raid. Nope, he doesn't even have the food for pikemen. It's 200 food and 90 gold for pikemen. Then you have to produce the units, and he's already 20 vills behind and he needs to catch up. So, yeah, I mean, we're talking top 40 players in the world right here. That logic that I just used is not applied to most levels, but it's that particular, it's that specific, and it's that punishing at this level. But this was good. This was good. I think Fire now, he really just needs to ensure that he doesn't fall behind in numbers. So he's added the Scorpion. He's still pumping out Knights. It's good. He also has some of the gold in the center. That's good. A few demos waiting. He probably should complete this town center now. Does Vodka have ballistics? I don't think he does have ballistics. Oh, he has a university. It's kind of hard to tell because it's Vodka who's running for his life right now. It's normally the knight player is running for their life, but that's not the case. Cav Archers are bunched up. But you're looking at 7 knights against 7 Cav Archers, and that means those Cav Archers will die. Ooh! Boom! That was just a feudal age demo, but nice demo from Fire. He was waiting for that one. And now he has more knights and maybe more demos. He did want to town center the middle. So this is what I'm talking about. If Vodka can use the mobility of the CA... It's been a bit sloppy from Fire with these new TCs. Like, this one's still sitting out here. He hasn't completed that. He knew the CA were going there. I guess he had already sent his villagers to the center. I like how he's healing his knights up, though. That username in the chat, quote, if T90 Procaster. Who is that person? Peacecraft, thank you for the Twitch Prime, my friend. That was a while ago now. This is not easy for Vodka, but he has enough stone to build a castle. Do you castle the center here? Where does that castle go? You're behind by 20 vills. You're getting a few kills here or there, but no engagements are easy. I think it has to be ballsy. It has to be a game-changing castle. If you build a safe castle, you'd expect Fire to probably go to the Imperial Age faster than you and still be ahead. Do you build an aggressive castle here, or do you still just try and drag the game on for a while? Fire is on his way to Imp. Vodka's pretty far away. Okay, safe castle is the choice. Now, I don't think there's anywhere he could place an aggressive castle except maybe here. And that's a maybe, right? Because demos could come out. Fire is getting his 3rd relic now. Just making sure he gets further and further ahead. In Age of Empires 2, if you get ahead, stay ahead. As opposed to trying to finish off the game with a flashy move. Like, Fire could have gone all in and then died, and it would have given Vodka an opportunity back into the game. People have been going Scorpions a lot more frequently against Cav Archers than Mangonels, because Mangonels can oftentimes do 0 damage because of player micro, whereas Scorpions, you can kind of micro away from them, but they do decent damage, and they also are more difficult to dodge. And they're a bit cheaper, too. So 2 or 3 Scorpions is good. The problem is if your opponent makes a Knight, then the Scorpions get flattened. Or if they make Mangonels, it's kind of hard to dodge that, but... Okay, guys, Fire, he wants to raid to the left side, and this is why Vodka castled here. And Vodka is going on to water now. Guys, if Vodka comes back, I think that Fire will live to regret some of those mistakes he made earlier. It's kind of within reach. He still hasn't clicked up to the Imperial Age, though. Like, all of this stems from his struggles earlier. I know Dudes is finally catching the stream. Hey man, welcome. I'm trying to find positives for Vodka. He's going back onto water. Ooh, Fire already has a castle there to secure it. He is making Cav Archers. Fire's prepping skirms to counter it. Fire knows that there's a castle there, so he can make trebs to treb down those castles. Oof. Okay. The Cav Archers are actually running in. I mean, do some damage. You are behind at this point, just go for something. He's trying, but he also might be trapped in here. The Knights are here, there's Skirmishers here, these Cav Archers are dead. Oof. That hurts. It's the one thing he had. The one thing he could have gone for. The one thing he could have maybe used. So I don't think you're going to want to go anything else but range against Japanese. You definitely don't want to go for Paladins as Huns. Yep, those Cav Archers go down. Vodka? He didn't die, though. He didn't die easily. Okay, do you see what Fire's doing? You see how he's starting with 2 trebs? I really like that move. We saw FedEx against Vinchester. He did this, what I call trickle trebbing. Sometimes it's better to start with 2 trebs instead of just 1. Okay, Vodka does not know that castle is there. And the castle will protect those trebuchets. Oh, the demo! Okay, didn't really make it. The monks go down, a few villagers, whatever, but... Is it too late for Vodka to fight back on water? Or can he hold here? Fire needs to repair his treb, and if he repairs the treb, his treb should stay up. Obviously, skirms are going to come in. Fire might add some navy. He has fast fire ship. Fast fire ship is a good play. 98 population for Vodka, who does not want to be out. He wants to fight in Hidden Cup, but there's a reason Fire was in Hidden Cup 1 and 2. Let's just put it that way. It's not because we were picking favorites. It's because the guy is a good player. Now think about this. If Fire wins, and it looks like it's very much going to be that way, he has to play the winner of Barrels and Slam. And Slam faced up against Fire in Hidden Cup 1? Yes, Hidden Cup 1. And beat Fire 3-1. So that could be... I mean, Barrels right now is looking very good. But whatever that best of 7 is going to look like is going to be fantastic. The fast fires, sure, he'll lose a few to the castle, but he doesn't care. This game's over. Fire is moving on to round 2 in the Hidden Cup 3 qualifiers for sure. Vodka has lost his castles. He's completely overwhelmed. He doesn't have anything to deal with this. The docks will go down. The Treb will go down. The galleons will go down. He's trying to redock. Fire has 3 relics. Yep, Fire has 3 relics. He has the center gold control. He has the Japanese towers now. Fire's looking good. Fire's looking really good. I can't say Vodka was the biggest challenge or the biggest person to face up against him. But I think Gold Rush was a bit questionable. I'm actually surprised he went for Celts, but everything else today, really good from Fire. I think he's probably going to be the favorite against anyone he faces in the best of 7. Vodka still won't call it. I guess I should just not, like, at this point it's over, right? I don't want to sound like a jerk, you know? Like, that is not my intention here. It's obvious Vodka wants to continue to fight and why he wants to continue to fight. I'm gonna need some vodka if he's gonna continue to play here. This is well and over, man. Guys, the next set, guess what? And there's the GG. Salutes in the chat, please, for Vodka. And respect to Fire. Good performance here. Best of luck in the next best of 7. But the next set coming up will be Project Belgium against Rubenstock. I don't know if it's going to be the most competitive set of the day. If you look at the seeding, it might be. I know that Jibbatong and ACCM is going to be lights out later, but Rubenstock and Project Belgium in a best of 5 is going to be insane. Respect to Fire, I think he looks good. I think he looks clean. I think he knew what to do on this map, which is a sign that he's practiced some of the non-standard maps.